Hola guys, happy Thursday. It's about 1:43. Well, it is 1:43 in the afternoon. I am home and settled in and I'm really sleepy. I didn't sleep again, guys. I didn't. I was up doing the Temu Dollar Tree Black Friday haul till dang near 4 in the morning, and then I was like, what's the point? Because I was going to get up around 6 and kind of putter around. The phone call wasn't going to be until 9 o'clock with the prospective employer. But I couldn't sleep, guys. I couldn't sleep, and I'm really aching for some sleep now. But let's talk about how the phone call went. Okay, so I called the recruiter. No, the recruiter called me, and it was just a nice conversation. He's like, oh my gosh, you are so friendly. You are so bubbly. I love the energy you're bringing. Because I was in a good mood. I was excited. I was in a good mood. Had butterflies in my stomach. And I'm a nice person, for the most part. And I was just like really excited to talk to him because he's a nice person. You give the energy you get. And he's just a really friendly person. And he ran down the information about the company, how long it's been in business, that it's an umbrella company for this, and this. He said it'd be a 40-hour job, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. You're offered, the benefits, the sick days, the holidays, and all that. He didn't mention specific pay, but he did ask what I was looking for in regards to hourly wage, and I told him, I said I couldn't even begin less than what I was getting paid at Methodist, and he didn't, say, oh, well, that's not possible, or oh, okay. He didn't give any indication as to whether or not I just lowballed myself, but apparently it must be an okay figure, because after we talked it was only supposed to be like a 15-20 minute conversation, but he was so friendly, and I was just, vibing with him, and went on a little longer. But he really liked my energy, and he thought that I would blend in well with the people that he knows to work for the company. He also said, I just want you to know that he gave me a name of the man. So I'm supposed to speak to the hiring manager, and I think the department manager. On Monday, I got a Zoom, a Teams, I keep thinking Zooms, a Teams online interview, virtual interview with the director of, the hiring director, and I believe I wrote it all down, the main guy in the department that I would be working for. And he said, I just want to give you the heads up that, and he mentioned the man's name, the man who is over the department, was very impressed with your resume. He was going through your resume, and he literally went, oh, she has a lot of experience. So that's a good thing, right? Because y'all know I've been worried about my age and all that. But apparently he says they're impressed by my resume and everything, the information that they've been able to get from me. So we have interview Monday at 10, which is going to give me enough time to want to dye my hair and clean up the brows and inject myself with canola oil. I'm just kidding. I was watching stuff on YouTube, like Botox gone wrong and stuff like that. But anyway, so he offered to do it tomorrow, but that's not enough time for me. I want to be able to prepare for that, just like I did for today. And I was prepared. I had all my questions that I wanted to ask the recruiter, but he answered most of them before I even asked. So he did tell me have at least 20 questions for them. Anything from the start of the business to the culture of the employees you're going to be work for, culture of the company. He said anything you can think of to ask that will make you more comfortable and that will make them comfortable in understanding that you want to be a part of them. I'm like, cool. I've never been told 20 questions, 8 to 10 usually, but that's fine. And he says ask questions regarding the job and try and sneak in your experience, as in conversation. I mean, he's really good at his job, and because he's like, trying to give me the heads up and tips. And I liked, and it made me feel confident that he said, I take the time with those that I feel are going to be a real good fit, by giving these types of hints and by giving these types of tips. So he likes me. He thinks I'll fit in. He said the man that I'm one of the people that I'm going to be interviewing with was really impressed by my resume, and I'm just excited and bubbly and all a tither with it. But because it wouldn't be Meli Perez life without a but. But the job is in Plano, Texas. For anybody local, I know y'all don't know exactly where I live, but it's about an hour away from me. Now, I was driving 45 minutes to 50 minutes when I was working at Presbyterian, the clinic with the two doctors, well, the one doctor that drove me nuts. That was about 45 minutes to 50 minutes away from me. This is about 8 to 10 minutes further. If I stay on the freeway, it's 52 minutes. If I go side streets, because the freeways I have to drive through, I hate. So I thought I'll just go the route that I used to go when I worked at Presbyterian at Texas Health. I'll go the freeway part ways and then side streets the rest, which is what I did for years and years and years. And I would make it to work in about an hour. So if I do that, I'm a little over an hour. If I do part freeway, then side streets, it's going to take me a little over an hour to get to the location. It's the only drawback. And when he mentioned where they were, I was so crushed because it's just far. It's far. But if the pay is right, if they offer more than what I was making, it's doable. I did it for years. The only thing that concerns me now, because I was just like, oh, it is so friggin' far in bad weather. If the weather gets icy, if something happens on this side of town with the kid, I'm pretty far away. But like I said, if the pay is right and the vibe is right, the company seems right. But if the vibe is right, the company, the money's right, I'll consider it, because I have a good feeling about this job. It's busy. It'll keep me busy. It'll keep my brain popping, but there's no patient/customer contact. Of course, I'll be working with my coworkers. Of course, I'll be having contact with doctors and stuff like that, but I've done that for years. But there is no one-on-one patient contact. There is no one-on-one customer service. The only people I'm going to be communicating with, and I know they can be difficult sometimes, are doctors, but I have experience with that. I would rather deal with a rushed, busy, I'm trying to heal people doctor than just mean, nasty people that are being mean and nasty for no reason. It just sounds like a really good fit. And I sound, from what I'm hearing from them, that they feel I might be a really good fit. So I'm telling you, that's the only drawback. And what's messed up, guys, what is so messed up is, if I'm reading the internet correctly, their location was around the same area near where I used to work, the hospital, not Methodist, when I used to work at Presbyterian. It was in that area. Matter of fact, on the same street as the hospital was. And I figured, oh, I know that area. But I was looking on the internet and it said location permanently closed. I'm like, well, where'd they move? Well, he just told me they're in Plano, which is a few minutes up the road. And they just opened up that new facility last Wednesday. So they're brand new to that building, brand new to that area. But it explains why the location 10 minutes this away in the area I'm familiar with is permanently closed now. They just totally up and moved over to new headquarters. But I'm excited. I'm nervous about how far away it is. I might do a trial run this weekend. I might, just to get my bearings. Because he did say while they were trying to move, when they were getting ready to move, is when they switched over to virtual interviews. And he said, you might get a phone call between now and Monday requesting that you come in live, to the facility. for interview that way. It's just he's not sure. Would that be okay? And I'm like, sure. So I'm thinking of doing a trial run, getting in the car and doing a trial run, making an afternoon out of it, either Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday, because I'm a chicken and I really don't want to be in Saturday traffic because there's lots of malls and all kinds of stuff out there. But I got to be a big girl. The only thing, and this was what my oldest brought to my attention, was, Mom, can you handle that drive? Are you going to be able to drive 2 hours back and forth? You know, without getting achy and that kind of thing. As far as driving, yeah. But you know, the bod. And I hadn't thought about that. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, at the end of the day, I put it in God's hands. If it was for me, it's going to be for me. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. I know I'm going to sleep a whole lot here in a little bit. Little dude had lunch not too long ago, so I'm going to take a nap, and I think I'm going to sleep the nap of naps, y'all. But before that, today, after that, it was really early. Well, not really early. We were on the phone from 9 until around 9:40. And then after that, I'm like, I'm going to go to the post office and find out where my Temu Halloween stuff is, because it delivered to the post office. So I figured maybe I can pick it up there. Well, I got to the post office and I explained the situation to the young man that was back there. And he's like, well, it's more than likely, our postmaster is the person named Bryce. Our postmaster is Bryce. Bryce did sign for it from UPS ground. And if it got received here around noon, like your notification says, more than likely it was put on a truck late last night, or it was put on a truck early this morning, and it's out for delivery. You should receive it today. Maybe even tomorrow, depending on route. He goes, but more than likely it's on a truck. He goes, and he told me how to track it on USPS, and I tried, and it's just a big headache, and I can't figure it out. But at least I know, and the post office acknowledges that your package did arrive here yesterday at 12:06. So I'm just waiting for it to end up in my mailbox. And I asked, well, how come UPS dropped one package off on my doorstep and the other one here? He says, well, it all depends on how the sender, Temu, decided to handle this particular package. So, okay. So, I'm going to wait until I get that package. That's what I'm most excited about. Because I can start fiddling around with my Halloween costume. But after the post office, I was driving home, and there was a store that used to be called Descuento. And it was a descuento in Spanish means discount in English. And I went in there a couple times and discount my butt. The stuff that was in there was stupid expensive, and it wasn't that cute. You can find cuter stuff at Family Dollar, Dollar General, like little knickknacks and home decor and stuff, or a thrift store. I'm like, discount where, my people? I don't think so. And that store closed, and in its place, I noticed there was a little banner on the window, and I decided to make a U-turn and pull up, and lo and behold, you guys, what is so crazy about this situation is, a few weeks ago when my sister and I went to watch the Tom Hardy movie, we were in the town over, and we had a little time to kill while we were getting ready for the movie. So we had lunch, and then right next door was one of these thrift stores. Guys, we and my sister walked in and out. There were a few things that I told myself I was going to go back for, just really cute decor items. And when little dude and I tried to go back the next weekend, we tried to go on a Sunday, and they're closed on Sundays. So I'm like, well, I'll get back down there someday. I'm always on that side of town anyway. I'm always over in that little city for this or that. I'll hit that little thrift store again. It's nice to know that there's at least some other kind of thrift store around here besides the one here in my neighborhood. So I thought it was so cool that the city across has one, and now we have one. So they're opening up this little thrift store in the Tri-Cities or Quad cities around here. So I think that's really, really cool. I went in, and I didn't want to record because you never know how people are going to react. So I took a few snapshots of everything that was in there, and let me show you guys that stuff. So y'all know I didn't walk out empty-handed. There was a lot of things that I wanted, but I didn't have room for. Doesn't go with anything, but a couple of things that I had to have. So let me show you what I picked up there. I got these adorable swizzle sticks. These little hand-blown crabs. Aren't they adorable? And this whole set was only $1.99, and they're still new because they still have the little sticker around their base. I got these from my brother. My brother is an amazing bartender. He can make a wicked yummy drink, okay? So I got these for him because strangely enough, he doesn't have any bar type things. He doesn't have any glasses. He doesn't have the little shaker, not, you know, the little shake and not stir thingy. He doesn't have pitchers. He doesn't have a lot of stuff. He mixes his drinks in like solo cups or just whatever cups he has at home. And he mentioned one of the times he was here that he keeps meaning to buy stuff like that, but he just never does. So yes, they're used, but I'm going to sanitize. Well, they're not used. They're still new, but yes, they are secondhand, but I'm going to sanitize them. And I'm going to put this in a little gift pack. And then for Christmas, now I know what I want to get for him. I want to get him some nice glasses, a little cocktail shaker, stuff like that. But that was for my brother. These were adorable. I look at them now, I'm like, girl, did you really pay $3 for these? But they were so cute. Look at these cherry earrings. Look. They were $2.99. And when I tell you they had the cutest friggin' earrings, but a lot of them needed to have the silver polished. Either they were sterling, maybe, or just silver plated, but they were really tarnished. And I thought a good cleaning would do them real good. But there was just a lot of little studs, and I already have a bunch of studs. But their earrings were $1.99 to $3.99. But this is the cherry. There's the cherry, and you stick the thing in there. I won't try it on because I haven't sanitized them yet. But isn't that the cutest stinking thing? Oh my gosh. I had to have those. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, girl, you want to look like your grandma, don't you? Can you see me with those little earrings on and one of those little crocheted hats on? Little cane, maybe? But anyway, so I got those. And then 99 cents. All of their DVDs were 99 cents. I do not like this franchise. I don't. It makes me nauseous. Considering that I watched Terrifier, although I have to say Terrifier Part 2, I still can't sit through it completely without looking away and having little dude tell me, okay, Mom, it's over. Because some of the scenes are absolutely more than my stomach or my head and my stomach combined can handle. But considering I watched that, I still cannot watch Saw. And I compare the ickiness of Terrifier to Saw. Especially Terrifier 2. I like being scared. I like being spooked. I don't mind a little bit of grossness, but gore and the violence associated when it's prolonged, my stomach in my head, and I have to, it's just fake, it's latex, it's paint, but still, I can't handle a lot of that, and that's all these movies are to me. To me, that's all it is. It's sensationalized gore. It's mind games. If you know anything about him, it's a huge mind game. It's violent and gory and gross. But I've not ever found the entire collection. Little dude and I watched the first one. I couldn't sit through any more of the other ones. So, but this is all of them. This is all of the Saws. And it was only 99 cents. So, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try. We'll try and watch Saw 2. But I got that. American Werewolf in London. I remember my sister used to love this movie when we were growing up. And here it be. So, I'll take that over to her house and we can watch it later on in the month or next few weeks. I had just Googled, no, I had just searched this on, I think it was Netflix or Prime. One of them, I was looking up 80s horror movies, 70s horror movies, and this one came up, The Changeling. I don't remember that it sounded too interesting, but it's a horror type mystery, and I recognized it from when I was scrolling, and I'm like, for 99 cents, why not? Yeah, they're all 99 cents. And then I love Alfred Hitchcock. What was the show? It would Alfred Hitchcock, and then they would show Twilight Zone right behind it. But I love Alfred Hitchcock. I'm forgetting the name of the friggin' show. But anyway, The Legend Begins. It's a whole DVD collection, 20 movie classics of Alfredo Hitchcock. So that's going to be fun to watch because I still love watching that show and Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone's a little creepier, but love that. 99 cents, guys. And then my sister loves this movie, and I've never watched it. She says, Mel, you would love it. Johnny Depp, Heather Graham from Hell. Their adaptation of the Jack the Ripper movie. So, got that. So, I have lots of things to watch. And then the only other thing that I picked up there, I couldn't resist. There was so many cute knickknacks. So many cute knickknacks. And I didn't get any of them. But I got this. I got this hand-painted little flower pot. Mel, how do you know it's hand-painted? Because look, the glaze only goes halfway. Has a little drainage hole. Does it have a chip or two? Yeah. Has a little chip there. And a little ding here. It needs to be cleaned out because it still has all that salt and stuff. Salt and deposit stuff from the plant that was in here. But I just think it's so pretty, and I can't pass up this kind of stuff. Again, somebody hand painted it. I love it when people put, you know, their own personal touch on things. Oh, and that was $2.99, I believe. Yeah, that was $2.99. So that's everything that I got there. And then leaving there, I'm like, it was early. It was like, wasn't even 11, and I'm like, I know little dude, he gonna be asleep because he stayed up right along with me. I know he's gonna be asleep. So I headed over to the little thrift store in my area. But I did find some things. It's become not my favorite spot anymore. So I just tend to stick to the home decor. I did notice this go around though. They have more knickknacks and more decor out, and I'm glad that they do, and I hope they're going back to that because it became a boutique for way too long. So I'm hoping they're going to start bringing back decor. But I did find some really cool things. The first thing I saw when I walked in, I looked away from, because I'm like, oh, I've been duped before, I've been tricked before, I will not be tricked again. But I'm glad I went back to look, because I have been on the hunt for the Better Home cookbook my mom had when we were growing up. I've been on the hunt for it. I have 2 of them. They ain't it. Okay? They're not it. I have a paperback one. I knew it wasn't it. But I had hoped it was a reprint of the hardback that my mom had. It wasn't. Then I found this one, I think at Thrift Town. I thought this was it. It wasn't. This one is a 1953. This one was printed in 1953. Which makes me love it because it's amazing. But it ain't the one my mama had, y'all. It's not the one my mama had. So I opened it up. The picture I opened it up to gave me the nostalgia butterfly kick in the gut. I was like, oh, this is it, but it's probably missing pages. It's probably all torn to heck. No, it's not. Is it in the best condition? Of course not. This is the 1980 printed copy. This is the one my mama had. This is the one that I spent hours and hours going through and looking at all the beautiful pictures. And this is the one I cooked things out of with my mom. This is a book that we first made peanut butter. Sorry. This is the one that we made peanut butter cookies out of. This is the one that we made homemade pizza from. This is the one we made this fancy cake. It was lemon. It had, I remember it had lemon rind, and she hand beat the frosting. This is the one. This is the one. And I'm flipping through and I'm looking at the pictures, and I kid you not, if butterflies could have flown out my mouth, butterflies would have flown out my mouth. You guys, this is the one. And I was like, I know they did the 50s one, and then they went in 70 something, and I looked to see if this was the one, and it made sense. This is printed in 1980, and I was about 6 or 7 years old when we would just spend so much time in this freaking cookbook making things together. It's one of my favorite memories. Associated in the kitchen with my mom is one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite memories. It seemed like my mom was always in the kitchen. If she wasn't cleaning it, she was washing dishes, or she was cooking. She was always in the kitchen. And I have just such good memories of being in there with her, with my little plastic tea sets, with my stuffed animals. Wherever my mama was, I was there. And the kitchen, oh my gosh, it's just had so many wonderful memories for me. This book, I finally have it, and it's complete, guys. The first little page is ripped along here, but see how the little front page is missing. I mean, it's loose. But you guys, when I tell you, oh, these pictures, I'm so excited about that. I know I've gone on and on and on and on and on, but so happy. I need to clean the cover off, and it's going to be lovingly displayed in my kitchen somewhere. Because not for nothing, some of these recipes are like, ooh, really? But some of them are still really, really good. So I got that, and it was $1.25. They had it in a Rolly book cart. All the books on that Rolly book cart are $1.25. So yay, because I think I paid $3.99 or $4.99 for the other one at Thrift Town, thinking it was a real deal, and it wasn't. Okay. Now, the only other things that I purchased there was this lovely pillow. I don't know how I'm going to clean it. I'm going to spray paint it. What am I thinking of? I'm going to spray it with Lysol. I haven't even done that. I didn't have any Lysol in the trunk. I'm going to spray it with Lysol, and then I'm going to set it in a hot setting in the dryer. But it's this gray little pilly. It has a few little wanderings that I need to clip. But it's this heather gray pillow, and the thread, I know y'all can't tell from there, is purple. So I thought this would go so nice on top of that gray chair that I thrifted at Goodwill. I think it's going to be a pretty little addition to the back of that chair. And this was $1.50. And then the only other thing I got there were these two. And I got them because the cover is removable. And I'm about to throw them in the washer. And then I'm going to do the pillows the same way. I'm going to spray them with Lysol and put them in a hot tumble with that one. But I got two of these. And these larger ones were $3. But I thought these were pretty. And I kind of want them to throw on the floor. Kind of loungy. Just as decor, either right under my window or at the foot of one of my chairs or at the foot of my bed. I'm not sure. But I got the vibe for my bedroom for these. So these were $3. But that's everything, guys. I wish I had the other Temu thing to show you all, but I don't. I'm patiently waiting for it. Oh, I got some blueberry bagels. Remember I told y'all the thrift store here by my house is attached to a food pantry. And when they're overstocked or have rather large donations, they bring baked goods over to the thrift store, and anybody who walks in can take them, or anybody, you know, who purchases something, if you want something, you can take them. And I got some blueberry bagels this go around. I'm going to freeze them, actually. They're still good. I think I have a day or two on them. But I'm going to freeze them because I can't eat that many before I'll be iffy, especially with something with berries in it. But that's everything, guys. That's everything for today. Again, I know I go MIA for a while and then bam, 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 I come at y'all. But that is everything. I am definitely going to go take a nap. It's 2:12. So I am just going to turn the fan on full blast right in my face. Make sure little dude is good. And I'm gonna take a nap until the nap is done with me. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. If you all don't mind, pray for clarity for this job. Pray for opportunity. Pray for me to know if it's for me, if y'all don't mind. If y'all don't mind. But till my next go around, I love y'all bunches. Bye. You guys, look what's coming to the 99-cent only location. I'm super excited. I had been looking to see if there was anything similar to 99-cent only in the area, and I heard that there was an Ollie's, but in Irving, Texas, and that's kind of far from me. I don't like driving Irving. I don't like that freeway that goes into Irving. But we're getting one right here, and they're hiring, y'all. They're hiring.